Hi, everyone. It's good to see you. Well, we're going to go back to thinking about responders rebid. And if you remember from yesterday, responders rebid always is determined by what they told opener and what opener has told them. You know, opener is always going to base their rebid on information that responder gave them. That's going to determine how they bid in many, many, many occasions. So, since opener's rebid is influenced by responder, then responder's rebid has to be influenced by what opener did. Everything gets tied together. Everything becomes this conversation that you get bits and pieces, more information every time somebody says something. And you really have to listen close to figure out what it is partners told you. Okay? So here you go. You're ready for a couple more auctions, and we're going to really talk about everything responder knows after opener makes their rebid. Like I said, later this week, we're going to get to, after we've gone through this kind of what responder actually bids on specific kinds of hands. But it's really, I can't tell you how vitally important it is for you to understand what opener is telling you. It's impossible for responder to make good rebids if responder doesn't know what opener has said. It's just that simple. All right, so here we go. I wrote them this way this time, hoping this would be a little better. So north is opener, south is responder, right? North opened a diamond. Responder bid 1 heart. So when north opened a diamond, they said, I have at least 12 high card points. I do not have 5 hearts. I do not have 5 spades. And if I am balanced, I do not have 15 to 17 high card points. They also said they had at least 3 diamonds, but we all know that it's usually 4 diamonds. We can talk about that more later if you tell me you're not sure why. Responder bid 1 heart. I have at least 6 points. I have at least 4 hearts. So if north rebids 2 diamonds or 3 diamonds or even 4 diamonds, what is north saying about their hand? Okay? So first off, if north bids 2 diamonds, then they rebid their suit at the minimum level. In that situation, north almost, well, literally has 6 diamonds. Because let's think about it. When it went 1 diamond, 1 heart, if north had held 4 spades, he would have bid 1 spade. If north had had 4 hearts, he would have bid 4 hearts. If north had only 3 spades, wasn't balanced, had a singleton heart, then he's going to, if he only has 5 diamonds, he has 4 clubs, so he would have bid clubs. What happens if you understand the logic and the bidding and the priority of the opener's hand when he's making his rebid, you come really close, like we saw yesterday, on getting his exact distribution. So when in this auction, when north bid 2 diamonds, what north said is, I don't have 4 spades, I don't have 4 hearts, I do not have a balanced hand. If he had a balanced hand, he would have rebid no trump. And I'm not 5 diamonds and 4 clubs. Or 4 diamonds, 4 clubs, and a singleton spade. Can't have that, because if he's 4 diamonds, 4 clubs, and a singleton spade, guess what? That's only 9 cards. He's got 4 hearts. He would have raised hearts. See how that works? And see, that's really important and so hard to think that many steps through, especially when you first start playing. It's really difficult. If he bids 3 diamonds, he's also saying that he has 6 diamonds and he's unbalanced and doesn't have 4 spades and doesn't have 4 hearts, doesn't have 4 clubs, but he's showing a stronger hand, 16 to 18 points. So the fact that he rebids his suit at the minimum level, 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, shows a minimum hand. And when he skips a level and bids 3 diamonds, he's showing that medium hand. 16 to 18, okay? Now, 4 diamonds. When would he ever bid 4 diamonds? Well, the answer is basically never, unless you play a specific conventional bid. That's one of those kind of fake bids that mean something else, that we give them a special meaning. So you don't ever kind of bid 4 diamonds. When you have a really, really strong hand, more than 18 points, or a hand that has to be in game, I'll tell you about that later. So for right now, you'd never jump to 4 diamonds. Remember, your first priority of contract, if you haven't found a major fit, is no trump. So you don't want to be jumping to 4 diamonds and go past 3 no trump just to say, oh, I've really got a whole bunch of diamonds or something like that. We have another way that you can kind of give some partners some information. So got that? Now, suppose that those bids had been clubs. It's kind of the same thing, except it becomes a little bit different when one of your options is taken away. Or suppose that North had rebid diamonds and he didn't have the option of bidding 1 spade over 1 heart. So let's look at that. Well, North still said, I have at least 3 diamonds, usually 4. I don't have 5 hearts. I don't have 5 spades. I have at least 12 high card points. And if I'm balanced, I don't have 15 to 17. When responder bid 1 spade, he said, I have at least 4 spades and at least 6 points, and probably don't have 4 hearts. He usually won't have 4 hearts. The only time South responder would have had 4 hearts was if he had more spades. Now North bids 2 diamonds. So let's think about that. When North bid 2 diamonds this time, what were his choices? If he had held 4 spades, he would have raised spades. Doesn't have that. If he was balanced, he would have bid no trump, right? Doesn't have that. If he had 4 clubs, he would have bid 2 clubs. Doesn't have that. But what if North had 1 spade, right? 4 hearts, 5 diamonds, and 3 clubs? Well, if he bids 2 hearts, that's that reverse. That's that berserker bid. Remember that from a couple of videos ago? So, well, there you go. He doesn't want to do that if he's only got 12 to 14 points or 15 points. So he's faced with either rebidding no trump with a singleton, which I don't like at all, or rebidding 2 diamonds with only 5. My feeling is that since we don't really want to play in a minor suit anyway, you know, that's not our first line of where we want to go, I would rather rebid my 5-card diamond suit at the minimum level than bid no trump with a singleton. If I rebid no trump, 50-something years of bridge, I'm balanced. We have rebid no trump maybe, I don't know, half a dozen times with the singleton as my first rebid. Later, you might bid no trump with the singleton. You know, on your 3rd bid or your 4th bid, you and partner may decide, well, it's a good idea for us to play no trump, and I know partner's got this suit covered, so maybe no trump is our best place to play. But I never bid no trump as my first bid when I'm unbalanced and I'm opener, and I never bid no trump when I'm unbalanced as my rebid, my first rebid when I'm opener. So these were hands, all of these that we had yesterday and today, where opener's second bid was limited. I mean, he said he either bid no trump, or he rebid his own suit, or he raised my suit. And those, you get half of your idea down right away. You know, partner is telling me they have this specific amount of points. So at least responder has some idea whether a game is possible or not possible. There's other hands, however, where opener doesn't raise your suit, or doesn't rebid his own suit, or doesn't bid no trump. And now sometimes there's a little question in responder's mind about, wow, maybe we do have enough for game. Maybe it's possible. Remember that when opener rebids a new suit, a suit that has not previously been bid, lower in rank than the suit he opened at the lowest level, his range is 12 to 17 points. So let me write that down for you real quick, show you an example of that. Because those are the ones we're going to talk about tomorrow. And those are the ones that get, or can get, a little squirrely. So let's see. I'm putting one down right here. I'm going to show it to you. That's the kind of auction I'm talking about. North opened one heart. South bid one spade. And North rebid two clubs. North rebid a new suit, because nobody's bid clubs yet, at the lowest level possible, which was 2, right? And the suit he bid was lower in rank than the suit he opened. So, you know what that shows? I'm going to write it down for you. Are you thinking about it? I hope so. That's the answer. 5 or more hearts, 4 or more clubs, and 12 to 17 high card points. That's a big range of high card points. So sometimes responder's not sure. He's not positive if we do have enough for game or don't have enough for game. That 2 club bid, that's not forcing. Responder doesn't have to bid again. But what you're going to see is there are times when responder needs to bid again because game may be possible. And even on those hands that we've done yesterday and today, where opener showed a short range of points, even if responder knows they don't have enough for game, well, he'll know they don't have enough for game, but his obligation is still to try and find a safe place to play. Sometimes that's pass. Sometimes it's bidding a new suit. Rebidding his suit, or going back to opener's original suit. And sometimes, even if opener is said, I don't have a strong hand, I'm a minimum hand, responder will have enough for game. And he's going to still pursue trying to figure out where to play. So, like I said at the very beginning, responder really has this obligation that he really needs to understand what opener is telling him with his second bid so that responder can make good decisions on his second bid. Tomorrow we're going to look at when opener makes a little bit wider range bid and how responder looks at that. And then the last 2 days this week, we're going to give you some of responder's hands and an auction or two, and you're going to tell me what you think responder should bid. You might want a deck of cards on Thursday and Friday. The one good thing about doing these taped is that you can go back, you can pause them and try and work it out in your head about what you think you might want to do, and then turn it back on and see if you were right. I say see if you were right. Bridge isn't always an exact science. So I'm going to always tell you what I think. Doesn't mean I'm 100% all the time got every single answer. If you got some relatives that are bridge players, you can always ask them what they think too. It's one of the nice things about bridge. A lot of really smart people play it, and as a consequence, you get a lot of different ideas about how to handle different things. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.